other parts. So I'm now recording just for you to know. So this is the product, this is the project, let's say, Ape School, and this is the organization on behind. And the best behind all of that, if you don't like all those trainings anymore, and if you think that there is no value for you, then you just sell your NFT and that's it. And we as a project, we will give our best, let's say, to create those values. And one of the ideas how we are doing that is, for example, this one. So we will give and first create and then give to everybody who is going to our masterclass, visiting our masterclass at the end, such a kind of NFTs. So these NFTs are created by the professional artists. This one was created by Sara Kecman. She's a very young photographer from Serbia. And I'm sure that in the future we can expect lots of nice things coming from her. And that's why I think as she is getting more famous in the art world, the value of the NFT will increase as well. But what is very innovative in the NFTs that we are creating, that you are getting after the masterclass, first, we are not writing the name of the participant on the NFT. So it's not typical certificate with the name of the participant, name of the school, name of the training, and so on it. Because if we would do that, the value of the NFT would be destroyed, of course. Because imagine that you write on the Picasso your name. It's not that valuable anymore, for sure. So that's why we will not do that. But anyhow, to have the name of the school and the name of participants and so on, we are programming those facts, those data, into the NFT characteristics or properties or traits. You see it on the right side of the screen. So these are the properties of the NFT, and you see that the name of the artist, the name of the participant, in this case, Ape School, of course, because it's the NFT belonging to the school. But if you are the part of the NFT, then your name would be there. All those facts are over there. And even more, we included 5 fields, which are extension, let's say, for the artistic work of the artist. So there are 5 elements like anonymity, like security, like decentralization, and so on. All those elements are characteristic of the blockchain, and the artist can use them to create his own view of the blockchain, of the crypto space, and of the NFTs. So all together means the visual presentation and those characteristics are creating very specific artwork, let's say, which is having a quite good value, I'm totally sure. So this is something which is very innovative. So far, so good about us, just to know who we are. Just a couple of words about myself. I'm Darko. In internet, especially on the Twitter, you know me maybe as a Professor Keating. There is a special reason why Professor Keating, but I'm sure you will find it. He is quite famous, but better to say he was famous, maybe not that famous anymore, but he was very famous. Anyhow, he's professor and I'm teaching you. That's why I'm somehow acting as a professor. We use this great ape as our, let's say, identity of the school, because we are Ape School and this is the face of the professor. This is somehow my face. And that's why I would be very happy to meet you in internet, on Twitter, for example, as Professor Keating. If you like, you can follow me, of course. And for that, I will put you now in the chat my Twitter account. So I would be happy to connect with you over there as well. And of course, we are active, very active on Twitter, because the second most important tool in NFT space is Twitter. And we are very active over there. The training about Twitter, we will not do today, but nevertheless, you should know that that's very important. Coming back, just a couple of words about myself. Besides this kind of things which I'm doing now, like teaching the other people about blockchain and technologies, I am actually the CEO of the company called Fiscal Solutions. We are IT company and we are producing software which is used by the big retail chains like Metro, Carrefour, IKEA, H&M, and so on in more than 18 countries. So we are quite international. And by the way, those guys are asking us about the blockchain and those Web3 technologies as well. And this is one of the reasons why we moved in this space and why we are now teaching the people as well about that. So the topic today is Discord, definitely. And if you want to train a little bit and to touch everything a little bit, you can use our server. And for that, I will put you the link into the chat as well. So I will start, of course, our presentation, our training with things like verification, access, and so on. So if you want to test all these topics that I'm talking about, you can, of course, directly test that on our server. Don't worry, you will not make anything wrong, and nothing can be damaged or whatever, so I can repair everything, so we can repair everything. So just go there and play if you want, as you want. And by the way, we would be very happy to have you on our server, because we are trying to construct and to create community, which is helping all of us to grow together, let's say, to exchange knowledge, of course, and to grow in the area of blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and NFTs. So let's continue with Discord a little bit. So I think the younger generation among us knows Discord better than we, as I'm a little bit older maybe. That's why the Discord was quite new for me. Actually, it's coming from the gaming area, and especially young adults or even children. They used to live on Discord, I would like to say, for a long time, as they play the different games. So this is the starting point. This was the starting point of the Discord gaming. It was developed around 2015 by two developers, Jason and Stanislav, but it was not that popular starting with 2015 all the way up to 2020. It was not that popular just for the gamers, let's say, which use them a lot. But it was not really in the crypto environment. It was not really in Web3 space and so on. So it was just in the gaming area. As the pandemic came, this totally changed. So the adults were using Zooms for the meetings or Microsoft Teams or whatever, but children and young adults continued using the Discord, and suddenly the older adults as well discovered Discord as well and start using the Discord as well. And you will see later why it's so popular, especially in Web3 space. I think this is very, very interesting, and it was natural, let's say, to use it in that space. First, it's very important to inform you that this is the chatting platform. So the major idea of the Discord is to create a communication between people in the direct chat. So this is the basic idea. It was created with the gamers in mind. So this means the functionalities which are important for the gamers are mostly over there. Like, for example, voice chat, like, for example, streaming, like, for example, very fast exchange of information. So all these gaming specific functions are in the Discord, and that's why it's that good for sure. But we will talk about that a little bit later. The philosophy of the Discord is going direction Discord server. So if we are talking about Discord, actually we are talking about Discord server. But if you hear that name, Discord server, it doesn't mean that there is a machine which is server and you have on that machine one Discord server installed, one application. No. Discord server are actually communities. So one community is equal one Discord server. So this means if we want to create community for our ape school, we install and we configure Discord server for us. So this is our Discord server. Even if we don't have any kind of separate server machine or PC or whatever, it's like a room, it's like a home of the community. And as a house for the community, there are several rooms in that community. And now imagine that in all those rooms, or better to say, in each of those rooms, you have different topics. Then you can imagine if you want to talk, for example, about politics, then you go in that room. If you want to talk about sport, then you go in that room. If you want to go, to talk about gaming, you go into the gaming room. So this is the philosophy. Discord server is equal Discord house, means community, and the rooms are different channels where you can talk and chat with your friends about different topics. Each Discord server has its own members, so and they are not, let's say, exchangeable. If I am the member in one community, I cannot be just like that the member in another community. So they are totally separate, logically and physically. All of them have their own rules, and all of them have different topics and different channels. That's why this kind of trainings, which I'm running today, are very difficult to organize, because each of those, let's say, very specific Discord servers have different topics, and it's differently organized and has different rules. And that's why it's very difficult, let's say, to create one training for the specific area, right? For example, for gaming or whatever. It's maybe what is helpful is that in special areas, like for example in NFT, people are usually copying the structures and copying the ideas from each other. This means if you learn some kind of basic principles of Discord server in NFT, it's a big probability, or there is a big probability, that if you are going into the next project, you will face most probably very similar or even the same structure, rules, and so on. So that's why very good, and I think that's why it's very interesting to enjoy this training like today in order to understand the basics. And I'm sure you will, as soon as you see those basics in other servers, you will recognize them and you will know immediately what's going on. Discord server, and this means every Discord server, is supporting text chat, means I can write whatever I want, voice chat, and the streamings. These are 3 different ways how you can communicate with your community. It doesn't mean that every server, and means every community, wants all those ways of communication. Maybe in one community you can use just text chat. Maybe in other communities you want, or they want, just to implement voice chat. And maybe some third community you can use all of those. In the NFT space, it's usually like that you have all of those channels. You have text channels, you have voice channels, and you have channels which are running some kind of streaming of different content. Okay, why is actually Discord so interesting and so popular in Web3 space? This is, I think, a very important question to answer, because it's important to understand the philosophy on behind. It's not just like that, it's not coincidence. There are certain technical reasons for that. First, what is also very important, and I think even most important, is that the Discord server was developed with a target to be a tool to develop communities. And now you should know that the value of NFT or values are created by the communities. This means if the community thinks that something is valuable, they will want to have it, and they will pay lots of money for that. This means the community equal value. If you have a good community, you will develop good value. And the good tool to develop good community is Discord. So that's why the people understood that, and they understood that if they use the good tools like Discord, they will create good, valuable projects. This is a very important connection. Then, and now this is the philosophy of crypto space, you can use a Discord server without using your real names. You don't need to put your real name anywhere. It can be totally anonymously. You just need a kind of email address, and you can take the email address wherever you want, and that's it. So you can be whatever you want to be in that space. And this is philosophy of the crypto space. The most people in the crypto space are still anonymous. It's okay, so they want to be that, and everybody should have the freedom to decide if you want to use your real name or not. It's up to you at the end, but you should be free to do that. Then there is nobody who is controlling the Discord. So you can write whatever you want, although there is a company behind, although there is a company which produces the Discord server and maintain it and so on. Whatever you want to say, whatever you want to write, whatever you want to publish, it's up to you and community where you are publishing it. If I'm in community, if I'm the boss of the community and I define the rules of that community, I will tell you what is okay to publish and what is not okay. But at the end, it's my freedom to decide what is okay in my community. There is no company which is doing some kind of censorship. It's up to us. So it's a real freedom. And this is, again, the philosophy of Web3 space. And this is now a technical point, there is a very good and very smart access control system. It's based on the roles, and based on which role do you have on the server, I can give you access to certain functionalities and even to certain channels. And this is very, very powerful. Then it's very flexible because it's easy to extend, and because of those role-based access rights, it's so flexible that I can create 2 totally different, let's say, community servers, which are totally different and doing totally different things. At the same time, it's both Discord servers. So it's very flexible, and everything is changeable based on the configuration. So you don't need to program it a lot. you can simply configure it and you have a totally different installation. There is no advertisement, and this is really nice. There are no, like on the Facebook, Instagram, or wherever in those social networks, there is no advertisement, especially if the community don't want that. That's it. You will not find anything about that. And it's free to use. This is, of course, very important. If you combine all those topics now, you will understand that philosophy behind Discord server is exactly the philosophy of decentralization, anonymity, security, and all these aspects which you have in the crypto space, in the blockchain world, and of course in the NFT world. That's why these two worlds, means Discord world and blockchain world, are fitting perfectly. So that's why it's so common to use in NFT space. So far, so good about the Discord server, just for you to understand the philosophy of that. Now we will go through following points. I will explain you a little bit more details about the installation and validation, let's say, of assets, of your access rights, of yourself, and so on the server. Then we will talk about typical project structure, because more or less all of them are copying from each other very similar structures. We will discuss it a little bit. We will go more in detail and talk about voice chat, stage, and events. It's important for you to understand what are those things and how to use them, how to access them, how to go out of the stage if you want, or how to go join the stage or whatever event. We will talk about that. Then I will explain you what are the bots. It's important to know that, because otherwise you could think that are the humans, but actually they are not the humans. They are sometimes acting like humans, and you should know that. Then we will talk about giveaways. Giveaways are very important from my point of view in the NFT space, and you should understand what are the principles of those giveaways. A very important topic is security. I want to show you some typical, let's say, scammers, or way how the people are trying to scam you, to steal you something, or to do whatever they want in order to get your assets. I brought you even some examples to show you exactly where you have to be very careful. And at the end, I will show you, and this is simple actually, but you should know, how to leave the server. Usually people are afraid a little bit of the Discord server, first because they don't understand it, because they didn't use it, and second because they think, if I start now, if I join the community, how can I leave it? I'm trapped somehow in that community and I can never leave again. It's not that like that. It's very easy to leave the server, and you can do it anytime. So I will show you in a couple of minutes how to do that as well. Let's go with the installation. So I will not go through each and every point of the installation, because it's very easy to install it. There are 2 or 3 clicks basically, but you should know following. There are 3 different versions of Discord. One is mobile version, which you install, of course, on your mobile device, on your phone. Then there is a desktop version for 2 different operating systems, for Mac and for Windows, of course. And there is a browser version. So you can run Discord even without any kind of installation. You just need a little bit newer browser, and that's it. The only point during the installation, which is more or less a little bit complex, is verification of your email address. In one moment, you will be requested to enter your email address. You will get the email from the Discord central server, let's say, that you have to confirm. And this is the confirmation, basically, that you are the human person, that you are human. You have to verify that, and absolutely, and immediately after that, you will be able to access all of those installations. This means you can install the Discord version on the mobile phone, you can install it on any kind of desktop, and you can run it in the browser, but you have to register just once. So you can use the same credentials on all those installations, and you will have immediately all your settings in all those environments. So this is quite good. I'm personally using it maybe on 6 or 7 different computers and on the mobile phones, and all environments are totally same. How same they are, just to show you, this is the window, let's say, which is shown to you after starting the browser-based version. So this is the browser-based installation. And if we switch to the desktop-based installation, there is no difference at all. So there are 100%, maybe there are 5% differences, but even that you will not see. So it's a totally similar or very same. This picture, what you see is already server, or there are several servers which are already installed, let's say. If you install for yourself your Discord server, it will be empty. What does it mean? On the left side, you see lots of nice icons. All of them are different communities, different Discord server. If you click on one of them, you are jumping in that community. After the installation, you will not have anything here. It will be totally empty. This means, as a first, you should find the community that you want to join. Now, there are two ways in the NFT space, which are the best, let's say, the best ways to find the proper community. First, you have to be very careful, because you should use the links, let's say, which are really belonging to that community, because the scammers are usually using some kind of links in order to lead you somewhere else, and then maybe to steal your assets or whatever. So use always official links, and there are two sources of official links. One source is the internet page of the project. In this case, I'm just bringing you an example. You see some kind of icons like this one, this is Discord icon. If you see that icon on the official project page, you can be sure that this is okay, that this is official server. If you click on this icon, the installation of your Discord will pop up, and you will have this kind of window, which you see on the button, showing that you can now access the community of that project. This is one way how you can find the link. Another way, which is even more common and more used, is based on the Twitter. So usually the projects, and this is now the picture of our projects, usually the projects have on the Twitter page link pointing to the server, Discord server, their own Discord server. Now you should know that there are two kinds of servers. There are private servers and public server. The difference is very easy, or very simple actually. Public server you can access just like that. You don't need any kind of invitation. You don't need nothing. You can just access it. But the most NFT projects and the most crypto-based projects, whatever they are private servers. This means you need a special invitation, but it's not invitation like a letter in which is written, "Dear Darko, would you like to join our server?" No, it's just a simple link, which is actually published. And by that, it's not anymore private server, it's more public again. But this is the link, and you see now example here on the slide, or you see the example in the chat. I put it our invitation for you to join our server, means link, in the chat of this session. If you click on that, you will be requested to confirm if you really want to join the server. And this is this small window on the bottom of the slide, where you can see immediately in which server are you just trying to jump in, which community are you joining. You see over there how many people are online in that moment and how many people are actually on the server. Be careful about these numbers. In many cases, these numbers are not the real persons. Lots of those numbers which you see over there are presented by the bots, are represented by the bots. So they are not, all of them are not humans. Even on our server, which we are running for the Ape School, we have maybe 10 or 15 bots, and you will see them here as a person, but they are not person. And if I want now, from the marketing point of view, to push my project and my server, I will install a lot of bots, and you will think these are the humans, but actually they are not. And that's why, okay, so if you see these numbers, don't take care of them. So actually they are not so important. It's more important what is happening inside the server. If you are happy with that, and this is a community that you want to join, just press the button and you will be immediately on the next stage. And now there is a problem, let's say. And this is, I think, now the biggest problem that I face and that I see on our server. Somehow people don't see that they have to confirm this small button called complete, like complete verification. This is what is behind. And it means complete or accept the rules of that server, read the welcome page, and so on. So this small button has to be pushed and clicked before you can continue. And this is usually on every server that I ever saw. So every community has this small complete button. If you push on that, you will be led to the next stage. But let's stay for a second on this stage. You see now on this page something which is very important. On the left side, you see the list of the channels, but just part of them. Why? Because those channels which you see here are publicly accessible. Means even if you didn't register, even if you are not confirmed that you are human and so on, you can read them. And these channels are usually, I can configure them as I want as the owner of the project, but these channels are usually used to show you the most important things about project itself, about the rules of the Discord server, about some kind of welcome messages, about the procedure how to verify and to join the server. So they are more related to the process of the joining the server. Okay, if you press the button complete, then the next stage will be to confirm the rules of that server. And again, almost every server in the world, especially in the NFT space, is working on the same way. So after the first screen, you will be forced to confirm the rules. If you don't do that, you will not get access to the server. So you should read the rules, confirm them, and submit a button or press the submit button in order to confirm that the rules are okay for you. After you've done that, unfortunately, you are not yet inside. So this was the first stage, just to confirm the rules of the server. The second stage, and now not all of the Discord server have this stage, but most of them, this is the stage where you have to confirm that you are a human being. And this is sometimes people forget that simply, or I don't know why. It seems that it's very complex for some of the people. I see that as an administrator, that they leave these steps without finishing it. Why, I'm not sure, but they do that. So there are several, let's say, bots or tools. I will explain later what are the bots, which are requesting you and asking you to confirm, like in this case, by pressing this thumb that you are the human. That's it. The only action that you have to do is to press this small icon. If you are a kind of software, you will not be able to read and to understand what has to be done. So this means by that you are verifying that you are human, and it's very, very simple. You just have to press once this icon. Or even if you do it several times, nothing will happen. So just once. If you do that, the system will give you a special role. You will get the role, for example, verified. And then by this role which you have, I, as administrator, can configure the access rights for you. I can configure, for example, that if you are verified, means you press the button, I can show you here, for example, more channels. I can let you chat with us. I can let you take part on the voice channels and so on. So without pressing this small verification icon, you will not be able to get this role, like verify, for example, and you will not be able to access all those functionalities which verified people have. There are different ways how you can verify that you are human, and those ways are depending on the server itself. So usually the server, or in our case, we are using this kind of bot. It's a called bot. It's a software which is doing that bot, MEE6. But there are other bots which are doing the very similar thing. This is another one. And this is now the picture of the server from the other side. The other side is Metaverse, which is just starting by the Bored Ape Yacht Club. And you see in this case, during the verification of your humanity, you see that there are three different channels that you can use to verify yourself. And now it's up to you to choose which one. It doesn't matter. Even if you would have 100 of different verification channels, you can use any of them, whatever you want. And in all of them, there is a similar functionality that has to be done. In this case, just pressing one icon, which is now like a blue button over there. If you press that, you will get the role verified, and you will be able to access the server. In some other cases, and this is what I don't like, definitely, there are the bots and the verification processes, which are more complex. And this is one of them which I want to show you. Usually you access the server, you go to that verified channel, and then you have the message like here near to the number 1 showing that you have to press the verification button, in this case the green one. If you do that, the new message will pop up telling you, wait, I will send you a DM, means direct message, and please react on that DM. That's the reason why I don't like it. This means after this thinking message, you will get a direct message. You will be, let's say, moved from the server more or less to your direct message area. And there you will be forced to enter the captcha number. And you see here the captcha, or the letters in this case, M, O, G, J, and so on. You have to type in them in the message area, in the direct message area. And if everything is fine, this bot will give you the role. Then you come back to the server and you can continue using the server. Why I don't like that? I never like, and this is always security, big security issue, I never like if you have to interact with direct messages, because this is the most common way how the scammers are cheating you. And you think that you are doing something, but you are not, and they are able to access your wallets, and they are able to take your assets or whatever. So the interaction with direct messages should be avoided as possible. And this is one, and that's why I don't like it. But if you see that this is that bot, in this case weak, you should know that it's more or less okay, but nevertheless you have to be very careful about that. Okay, now let's assume you've done all these verifications, you are verified that you are human, you got this role that you are verified, and now you are in the server. You have basically 4 different areas of the server, and all of them are like columns. The first one is showing all the communities that you are part of, that you are a member in. The second one is the list of the channels that are existing in that one community. Which one community is open, you can see on the top, there is a name, there is a word, and all those channels are belonging to that community. Then there is a middle area, this is the chat area actually, and then there is the area with the users. You will see in this area with the users also some strange users, like example, price of the Bitcoin, price of the Ethereum, gas price, and so on. All those are bots as well, which are acting as users. These are the guys that you see on the first screen showing you as a user, but they are not users at the end. And you can see them in this list as well. We'll talk about this list a little bit later, more in detail. Now, what is very important, if you see these small icons, red icons with the number in it, this means that in that community, somebody included you on some way in his message. And this can be either message directly to you or indirectly to you, more or less to everyone. This means if you see red with the white, this means you have a message in that community. So you can switch by clicking on that icon. You can see the channels, and now you see the red icons behind the name of the channels. All those channels that have the message will have this red icon as well. You see also something else which is important. If there are new messages, not for you directly, but generally messages, the name of the channel will be bold. So this will, in this case, for example, you see that giveaways, it's bold. You see it's white. This means there is something new in that channel. So this is very important in order to see which channels are changed in between, and that's why you can focus on them. Okay. This is, of course, this is one important point to see all those channels and those changes, but you should know that there are changes which are hidden after this process. This means we run the process just like this. We verify that we are humans, we access the server, and we see this list. But we didn't verify our assets yet. So this means nobody knows that we are owning certain NFTs. I told you in the beginning that the Ape School will have a special postgraduate program. This means that the people that are owning our NFTs will have a special area on the Discord. This is very common. This is not special for the Ape School. This is very common that if you have a certain NFTs, certain part, in this case channels, are shown to you. This means you have to verify your assets to tell server, the Discord server, that you have certain NFTs. If you do that, you will have immediately access to some more channels, which are private channels, only for the holders. And how to do that? This is now the next topic that I want to talk about with you. So there are several automated tools which are doing that. Bots, again, bots are software, extensions of the Discord server, and those bots are doing this job for you. The most popular is called Collab Land. And usually there are channels like, for example, Collab Land Join or Just Join. and or similar names. And in those names, or behind those names, there are channels with the bots inside, which you can use to verify your assets. What does it mean? The first step is always the same. You have to click on a certain message calling some kind of verification action. Usually, you are leaving the server at that moment. So if you click on the button, verify my assets, you will leave the server. What does it mean actually leave the server? The system will request from you to go to the internet page, and system will automatically lead you over there. The internet page will be open, and you should not stop it, you should not disrupt it, just let it go, let it happen. And in this internet page, you will be asked to confirm which kind of wallet are you using. And now be careful, very careful. Check always first the link on the top of the window. The link on the top of the window should correspond with the bot. In our case, we are using collabland. You see it here as the name of the bot. This means I should have something like collabland in the domain. And in this case, it's connect.collabland. So it's in most of the servers, I would like to say even 80% of the servers in NFT world are using collabland. So you will always, or you have to check always the internet address, domain, and it should be connect.collab.land. If this is the case, if this is the domain, then everything is fine and you can use it. To use it and to continue, you have to press the button, let's say, or the name of the digital wallet that you have. In most common is, of course, MetaMask. If you press the button MetaMask, you will be asked to sign the message, the transaction. Don't worry, nobody's taking your money, nobody's taking your assets. It's okay. It's just a signature, let's say. And based on this signature, collabland is verifying. It's checking, of course, the content of your wallet. And if the NFTs are found, which have to be found, which Discord server told to collabland to check, if everything is fine, collabland will confirm and will give you certain role again. So again, in order to have a certain access rights, you have to have certain roles, and this is what collabland will do. Now you can close the window and you can go back to the Discord server. If you do that, you will immediately see the message in the same channel like before, like on the beginning, telling you that everything is fine and that you can access, let's say, all hidden channels. And suddenly you will see some kind of hidden channels, like in this case, Sushi Cats Fan, for example. So every Discord server has own channels, but the principle is the same in every case. In some projects, there is a different verification process, but usually it's always very good defined. In this case, you see it at the VFriends, one of the famous projects as well, how it's defined, and there are steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which you have to do. If there are no steps, then it's mostly collabland, and you can run the steps just like I showed you before. In some other cases, and this is, for example, in Diesel project. In Diesel project, they are using different bot. It's not collabland, but the process is totally the same. You press the button verified, and you will be led to the internet page where you have to choose your wallet, to sign with your wallet, and suddenly you are back with the right role. The principles are the same. Okay, so far so good. Now we are verified. Server knows that we have the assets. Server knows that we have the NFTs, which we should have. And now you can enjoy the server, the complete content of the server. How is the content structured, and what is the structure of the server? Basically, it's of course depending on the community. Every community can do it however they want, so it's not defined by the server itself. It's defined by the administrator and by the project. This is first important thing. But nevertheless, almost in all projects there are several groups of content, of channels, which are grouped on a certain way and which are used. And I will run now basically through all of them. So first you have on the top of the screen on the left side, and just to show you, see here you have the community, and I'm talking now about this column where the channels are. So basically these are the channels now, and I want to group them and to show you the groups. On the top, on the left side of the channel, you have the group of the events. And usually if we are running some kind of events, in this case there are 2 events, you will see them over there in the channel events. Directly in the near to the events itself, there will be a channel called the stage chat. This is usually something which is used during the stages, during the voice chats and so on, where you can chat although you are at the same time in the stage chat as well. So you can do 2 things at the same time. You can be in the stage chat and you can chat, use text messages and text chat as well. This is mostly done in this one, in stage chat. Why some server have that? In order to be able to invite the people which are not joining which are not a part of the community, which are guests. I can give them just the rights to access just this one channel and nothing else. And that's why they can chat with the community, even they are not part of the community. So this is quite a good way. Okay, if the event is started, you will see it directly in that first group, let's say, as a live event. I will show you later how it's look like. Okay, after that, you have usually some important facts of the server. In every server, you have a different facts which are important. On our server, we have just 2 or 3, like a quantity of the members in the community or something like that. All others, like for example NFT projects, they have, for example, minting date over there, price for the NFT, and such a small important topics which they want to show to everyone. Usually it's grouped in that group. After that, they have or every project has a certain important project details. These are the channels which are read-only channels, where usually the projects put inside some kind of very important documentation or infos, like for example roadmap, like for example about the project and so on. And there is one of the channels which is most important, and every project has it. It's called announcements. Usually it's used to announce something, to distribute the news and so on, and it's only read-only channel. About this channel I will talk a little bit later on, a little bit more in detail, but this is very important. Then you have a group of I call them chats or different chats, because you can put whatever you want inside, but this is the group where the people are actually talking with each other. You have a main chat, you have different language chats, you have, I don't know, different topics like politics, sports, and so on. You group them always in a kind of communication part. Then you have the voice channels. In the voice channels, these are actually chats which are voice chats. We talk with each other like now we are talking on this tool, or maybe with Skype or whatever. This is very similar. Many projects have, and I like that area for the support. So if you have some kind of questions how to use something, you can raise the ticket and then the people will help you. And of course, the good projects always have something like a marketplace. This is a place where you can sell and buy your NFTs. And this is very important because sometimes it's difficult to sell NFTs, special NFTs on the secondary markets like OpenSea and so on. In the community, it's always much easier to sell it because the people love already this kind of NFTs. And if you offer them directly your NFTs, in many cases, it will be easier for you to sell. So that's why don't forget that there is this opportunity. If I should give you the most important channels, I would like to say that there are several. One most important is, of course, Collab Land, because you have to verify your assets. You should always, if you join the server, look for that one as a first step. Then the second step, and this is maybe even more important, there is always a channel called official links. In this channel, you have the links which you can use without to be afraid that some kind of scammer will do whatever. So there are a homepage of the project, there is an OpenSea link, there is a Twitter page of the project, and so on. This is very important. Always use just the links which are there, nothing else. Then the most important part is announcement. If I join the new server, I always check first, of course, the official links. I check the roadmap as a next, which is very important. And I check always the announcements just to see what's happening in the moment from the most important topics. They are already always there. Then you have a channel which is for the main chat. Definitely you should know which one is that. There are some private channels, but you will, as soon as you verify, you will see them and you will know which of them are private. And then there are two other channels which I think are very important. One, it's called usually member follow member. Member is switched with the name of the project, like in our case, crypto fan is following crypto fan. This means you put your internet, or better to say your account, your Twitter account in that channel, and everybody can see that and will follow you on Twitter. This is great to build a community and the follower base, because usually the people like to group, and if you are on the Twitter together and on the Discord, it's perfect. So use this channel to do that and to gain the new followers. And then there is a channel called Twitter Raid. This is the channel which is used to publish some kind of tweets which are important for the community and which everybody should push on the Twitter. If you push something on the Twitter, this is directly influencing the value of the NFT. And this is very interesting connection. If you have a lots of tweets on the Twitter, and then the value will be better, of course, than if nobody is talking about the project. Okay, so let me give you an overview about the channels. I'm just checking the time, so I'm sorry, I have a much more thing to tell you, but I will be fast. So there are 4 different types of the channels. I mentioned it a little bit earlier. There is a text channel where you can just write. There is a voice channel. There are announcements, which are just read only for you. And there is a stage. Now we will run a little bit through all of them. Text channel is mostly used. And I think the most important function, which nobody knows, actually, I don't know why, but which is very important, is how to switch the line without pressing the enter button and finishing the message. For that, use Shift and Enter. So if you write something and you want to change the line, don't press enter by itself, because this will send the message to the chat. If you want to change the line without sending the message, use the Shift and Enter. Small tip, but very, very nice and very useful. So just use it if you like it. On the right side of the area where you can write, you can find lots of icons which you can use. These are very interesting icons, and every server can define own emojis and own icons, and I like that. Everybody likes that, so you can use that easily. The next topic is how to answer on the message. This is usually people are asking this as well. There are 2 ways. Either you press with the right side of your mouse and then you have a reply, of course. This is what you can use. Or you are using this arrow on the right side of the message, and you can directly answer. This is very easy and very fast to find. So just test it, just try. Okay, if you have a voice channel and if you want to chat with somebody with a voice or to talk with somebody, it's like talking with Skype. You just need to press the channel by itself. You are automatically part of that. Your micro is automatically open, and you are automatically using your loudspeakers. So this means you're automatically in the channel. If you want to join it, if somebody is already there, the way is the same. Just click on the name of the channel and you are automatically inside. If you want to mute, and this is now very important to know, there is a micro, of course. Please don't forget to mute. Lots of people are forgetting after joining the voice chat to mute. And this is, of course, disturbing the discussion. So take care of that. To leave, and now this is, of course, very important, you can use this small icon on the right side with the phone, just and the cross, just use it and you will leave the session. The voice channel has 2 different views. One view is like this one, where you can see all people which are in the voice chat. You don't see their screens, you just see the icons, let's say, and that's it. But at the same time, everybody can share the screen as well. If you are sharing the screen, then there is a limit of the quantity of the people which can join the chat. I think there is a 50 or something like that. If you are just using the voice without streaming, don't forget Discord is coming from the gaming area. That's why this kind of streaming is possible. If you are not using the screen sharing and streaming, there can be many people which are inside. What is also very interesting, in many communities, people are joining in the evening, for example, to watch the TVs and movies together. this can be done perfectly. So if you are, for example, fan of UFC and I have the subscription for UFC, I could share some interesting fights or some interesting movies, for example, from Netflix or whatever, with complete community. This is really nice. And again, this is coming from the gaming feature. And this is, by the way, one of the more reasons, important reasons why it's so good for the communities. So the quite new feature, I think since 1 year or something like that in Discord, is so-called stage. Stage are basically events where you can have several speakers at the same time, and you have audience on the button of the screen you see over here, which is joining that event. So we have or had usually these kind of events as well. They are very flexible because you can have millions of people inside, and the sound quality is perfect and everything is great. There is no chance to share the screen or to show any kind of presentation. It's just voice-based event, stage event, that's it. But it's very flexible. If you want to join it, it's enough to press the button like for the voice channel, and you will be automatically inside. And then everybody will see the icon of you here. Don't be afraid, you are automatically muted, so nobody can hear you and you cannot talk. You can just listen. So if you just join the server and you go to the stage event, it's okay. Nobody will ask you anything and nobody can talk to you as well. So this is good. If you want to say something, you have to press this small hand on the button of the screen. The administrator sees that as a request to join the stage, and he can invite you to join the stage. You can then easily access the stage. This is done by the system, and you can talk. That's it. Very simple. If you want to leave, you can just press the red button and you are out of the game. Very flexible and very fast. On the left side, I mentioned this before, directly after under the event channel, you see all those events which are just running. So if you are just jumping into the community and you see something like this, which is green and telling you live, this means that there is a live event just running. If you press it, you will join it immediately and you can hear whatever these guys are talking about. This is very flexible. At the same time, I told you that you can move your attention, let's say, to the chat channel, like main chat, stage chat, or whatever, and you can chat over there. You can ask whatever you want, the people which are there. If there is a screen streaming running, you will see this small button with the screen of the guy who is sharing it. If there is no screen sharing in the moment, you will still have here on the button or on the top the green area, which is showing that there is a live event and that you are part of that. So you are still part of the event. You didn't leave the event. You leave the event only if you use this phone with a cross, or for the stage, the red button on the button. Then you leave the event. If you don't press this, you can move around the server. You can do whatever you want, but you are still in the event itself. Okay, so there are 3 different types of events. One is stage channel. I described it a little bit before. Then there is a voice chat, voice channel. I described this as well a little bit. And there is a third group. These are the events which are outside Discord server. This is what we are running now, for example. I defined in the Discord server link and everything that we will have a session somewhere. And if I start this event and you click on that, you will see the details and you will be able to access that link. To do that, you see on the left side, I'm just showing you in the screen, again, this channel called event. If you click on that, the list of the events will be open. And now you can choose the event that you like, and you will see more details after that about that event. You can tell everyone that you are interested in that by pressing the button interested, and then the number of the people which are interested will increase. Or you can even generate the link which you can share with your friends, even outside the server, of course. Just press on the button share, and you will be able to copy the link which you can send to your friends. If this is external event like this one, then you see on the button here external link, which you can then click and jump to the platform where the event is created. And now you see here that there is one person which is interested. That's me. That's why I see that I am interested. And you see, of course, all the details of the event here as well. And on the top, you see again the link where this event is taking place. Okay, so I several times during this presentation I mentioned the bots. Let me explain a little bit more what are the bots. So first, you can find them all around the Discord. Sorry. You can find them in the channel list, and for example, on our Discord, the area where I'm showing the number of the members, of the community members, this is bot. This is software which is automatically calculating and taking care of the number of the members in the community and showing this number on that area here. So this is a bot, like a software tool. Then there are lots of bots in the main chat area. Some of them you don't see them. For example, if I don't want that you are publishing the links, for example, in the main chat, I could use a bot which is deleting the links at the moment as you publish them. So you type in something, you publish that, and bot is seeing that and deleting it. This would be, for example, one of functionality of the bot. On the right side, you can see also lots of bots. Mostly they're used to show some kind of information, like, for example, gas price, Ethereum price, and so on. You see them as a list here. Most of them have this blue icon. It's written inside bot, and you can recognize them by that. But if I want to cheat you, if I want to show some of those people, like some of those bots, like if they were humans, I could do it like that I'm not showing that it's bot. So it's my configuration that I am showing it, but I can do it also in that way that I'm not showing it. Then you think there are millions of people on the server, but they are not actually. So this is what you have to know. Regarding the bots, we will talk a little bit during the complete presentation about them, because they are coming always again as a topic, because they are very important. They are creating the server very flexible, but at the same time they are very dangerous because they are security topic, and I will show you later what I mean with the security problem as well. Let's talk a little bit about giveaways. There are several different ways of giveaways. One of the most common giveaways is a kind of combination between Twitter and Discord. And this is something like I publish, for example, on Twitter. If you have to retweet a certain tweet, you have to like it and you have to follow me. And the fourth step would be you have to join the Discord. This is something which is very common, and you will see it almost every day on the Twitter. But you should know following. These two systems are totally separated from each other. This means if I run this kind of giveaway, I can never technically check if this is really true, if you are really part of the member of the community, and if you done all those topics that I'm requesting on the Twitter. Manually, I can also not do that, because I even don't know what is your username on the Discord and what is your username on the Twitter. I don't know that. And it's very difficult for me to find it, almost not possible. So this means if you see this kind of giveaways, they are requesting from you to join the Discord community. But even if you don't join the Discord community, it will work. So this means you can win the giveaway even if you are not part of the community, because there is no system which can check this. There is no software which can do it automatically. The only thing how you can protect you as a server administrator, so that the people are still the part of the community, is to do like we are doing, to tell the people on the Twitter that I will announce the winner of this giveaway on Discord. So this means you will not hear that you are maybe the winner if you are not part of the community. So sorry. And I'm doing that as well, and other people are doing it also like that. But technically, there is no system which can do it automatically, let's say. If I have a giveaways which are just on the Twitter, I can do it automatically. There are tools which can randomly choose the winner, and that's it. But in this case, it's not possible. The second group of the giveaways, which are very common, are giveaways which are only on the Twitter, on the Discord, or the Twitter, of course, but we are talking now about Discord. If those giveaways are only on the Twitter, usually they are run by the bot, and usually these software tools are just like that you need a very simple reaction on something, and then this bot is doing kind of randomly choosing one of the winners and just showing you the winner. That's it. Very simple, but at the end you just need to click somewhere on a certain icon. I just brought you an example. So there is a requested to react with this icon, and if you react with that, the bot will choose randomly the winner. So this is the mostly common. Okay. So there is a third group of the bots which are used for the giveaway, and they are more complex, let's say. These are the bots which are sending you some kind of direct messages. For example, if you react on in this case, if you react on this giveaway, you will get confirmation message in your direct message box, and maybe they will request some kind of additional action from the direct message. If the project is good one, they will never request you in the direct message to do something. They will maybe inform you about something, but they will never request you to do something. So this is for me the sign. If the project is requesting me to do something in the direct message, it's no go for me because I cannot control it. It's a security topic. Okay, then we have the last group of the giveaways which are outside Discord. For example, one of the famous projects, WeFriends, they are using this kind of system. So you have a button somewhere in the Discord, mostly in the channel called giveaways, like we have. If you go there, you will find the information about the new giveaway. You have to click on some kind of button, and you will be moved to some kind of external page, some kind of external tool, like in this case. Then you have to do something over there. I don't like that as well. And be careful about that, really, really careful. Only if the project is very good, very well known, and you are sure that everything is fine, do this kind of giveaways. Otherwise, never. Because the next step, if you are out of the Discord server, will be to connect your wallet. Because they have to identify you somehow, and for that, they will request you to connect your wallet. If you connect your wallet, the bad guys can do whatever they want. So avoid that. Only if you know the project very good, like this one, WeFriends is for sure the good project. So I have no doubts about that, no thoughts that it's not good. So you could do that with them for sure. For other projects, I'm not sure. Okay, now we are moving to the list of the users on the right side, and then we've done almost everything inside the major screen. The users are sorted like I want, and I mean I as administrator. So I can give you the roles, different roles on the server, which are related to the access rights, and I can give you the different colors. For example, if you have 10 of my NFTs, I can give you red color, and I can call you Whale because you have lots of them. Or I can call you Big Boss. You can get the role Big Boss, and then you will see here the list of the big bosses, and you will have all those guys which have the most of NFTs listed over there. It's sometimes interesting, and the projects are using that to push a little bit some kind of VIP feeling or whatever. But something else is also very important. In this list of the users, you can immediately find who is the moderator and who is the administrator, because they are usually on the top of the list. Usually the highest person is the owner of the server. After that, you will see the moderators or administrators or both. And after that, you will see all users which are online or not online. But these first three groups are the most important: owner, administrator, and moderator. If you have any kind of questions, and you will have for sure if you communicate with the people, contact these guys directly and they will help you. Okay. Almost the last point, so I think I have maybe 10 minutes and then then we've done everything which I wanted to tell you. How to invite the friends to join the same server like you are just joining. It's very easy. On the left side, you select the server that you want, the community. On the top, beside the name, there is an arrow which you can click. If you click that arrow, there will be a pop-up menu or drop-down menu, better to say. And second point on the upper level will be invite the people. If you click on that, there will be a pop-up window open, and there will be a link which you can easily copy and send it to your friends. Like I did that in the chat on the beginning of our training. So this is the totally same procedure, easy to do. Okay, security. And this is now the last point which I want to discuss with you, and this is, I think, even most important point. As soon as you join some kind of server, you should know that the big servers have several thousands of people over there, maybe 10,000, 20,000, whatever. And it's very easy among those 10,000 of people to have some kind of bots, which are software, which are doing following. They are listening if there are new people coming inside. If they come inside, they immediately send you a DM, direct message, requesting you to do something. And I brought you some examples. On the left side, this is the server called Step M. So this is application where you can run and earn money. By the way, very interesting. If I join this server, and I did that, I joined it, immediately, it means 10 seconds after that, I got this message. And this message on the left side is showing if I want to mint something, it's a very, very good chance for me and opportunity to do some kind of pre-mint or whatever. Never do that. Never. There is no NFT project which will do that. So you know, if this happened, it's a scammer, immediately block and forget. Another, it's usually very hard to see and to recognize that. But the first, what you should know, if this happened, this means immediately after you're joining the server that you get DM, delete it, forget it. So for sure scam. No way that it's the right one. Some of the servers are more smart and they are not sending you requests to mint something, to connect your wallet and so on, but they are sending you the messages like they want to inform you about something. But some of those information topics are links. Never click any kind of link in the DM. So whoever sends you link, even if this is the best friend of you, don't click the link. I have even personal rule that I never connect on this Discord. So I don't want friends on Discord. That's it. So we can chat in the chat, but no DMs. Why? We can do it like this, or if we know us, you can send me an email, or on Twitter, it's perfectly. Send me on Twitter. So never click on any kind of links. Very common is to get the message on the server that you want the spot on the whitelist. Everybody wants to be on the whitelist. Whitelist means that you are able to buy NFTs before public mint, before everybody else can do that, and with a very low price. Trust me, never do it like this. And if you want really whitelist, nobody will message you over direct message like this, telling you that you won the whitelist spot. Forget that, delete it again if this is if somebody is sending to you. The third or the fifth way is this kind of messages, and I got it maybe yesterday or day before. The scammers are usually looking which kind of the communities are just popping up and just hyped, and they are randomly sending to everyone, even if you are not in the community of that server, some kind of direct messages like this one, telling you that you can now mint that project. And because you are in that space, you know that it's very hyped, and maybe you are even very interested in that, and many people are using that and going to mint something. If you do that, that's it. They take all your assets just like that. The fifth example, or sixth even in this case, is the verification of the assets. If you join the server, you get automatically message, you didn't verify your assets, please use following link to do that. Never do that. Always go into the verify channel or call a blend channel and use the link over there. Whatever you get as a direct message is a fake. It's a scam. Don't use it. And this is one of the favorite scams, and lots of people are using that. And scammers are earning big money for that. What sometimes is happening, and it's quite okay, are messages which are coming from the server which have no call to action. So if you get the message without any kind of call to action, means like this is the link to join this and this or that, to mint, to whatever, forget it. If you get the message without link, it's okay. Without call to action, it's okay. But that's it. So don't request another one. Don't start talking with them. Nothing. No communication, just information, and that's it. Consume it and delete it. Okay, talking about DMs, my personal rule is not to make friends on Discord. So this is not the place for that, because it's very easy to show you that I'm your friend and then to cheat you. I can take the picture whatever I want. I can take the username whatever I want. I can be totally anonymous on the server, so I can scam you very easy. So no way that I will make friends on the Discord. If you know the people, if you already connected with them privately and you know them personally, then it's okay to use the Discord for chatting, for example, or exchanging the private messages. To do that, There is a button on the upper left screen, a home button. If you click on that, you will see the list of the friends which you have, if you made some of them, and you will see the requests and who is online and so on. And you can easily, of course, start chatting with them over the messages, and the way and the principles of chatting are the same like in the chat channel. So you can use the answering functionalities, reply, I mean, you can use emojis and all these kind of tools that you are using in the normal chat channel. At the end, how to leave the server, and then we finish the presentation for today. If you press with the right right button of the mouse, the server icon, there will be a last point, leave the server. One more click and you left the server. So it's very easy to leave the server. If you leave the server, it's like you never been there before. So you will need, if you want to access it again, you will need again an invitation link. Probably you will have to run again the verification process and the assets verification and so on. So if you leave it, you are really out of the community. Very easy, 2 clicks. So these are the basics. I think you don't need anything else to know in order to join the server and to start basic communication. Everything else you will learn during, let's say, the process. Do you have any kind of questions about that? If yes, just go on, or you can do that in chat, so on the Discord server. Let me just check if somebody already joined to test it a little bit. Okay, I see, for example, that Akasha 2906 didn't finish the verification. I see it because the system didn't gave her the verified role. So this means she didn't, or he didn't press the button complete the verification, or didn't press the icon to complete. So one of those things are missing. Do you have any kind of questions? I know that there are lots of information now and very fast, many of them, but it's basic and a little bit more than 60 minutes, but sorry for that. If you don't have any kind of questions, you are totally welcome to join us on the server, and you are very welcome to ask over there, to test and to play with all the functionalities. Don't worry, you cannot make anything wrong, you cannot make it, you cannot break it, nothing, so everything is fine. Go over there, play with that, and that's good. If you don't have more questions, you are welcome. Of course, you are welcome. If you don't have any more questions, so thank you very much for your attention. See you on the Discord. See you all together. Bye.